Hello guys, and welcome back to another video of the Python series. In the previous video we looked at some basic Python code, like how to print out something to the user. And in this particular video I would like to talk to you about some resources that are available to any Python developer, either a beginner or someone who is experienced in the field already. So let's get started. The first resource that's available to all Python developers is their official documentation, which is on their official website, python.org. You just navigate to the documentations tab, you click on the Python documentation, and to load that up for you. Now the documentation counts for the different versions of Python that are available. So if you downloaded Python 3.10, you probably need to select that before you look at their documentation, because there are new features in the newer versions of Python that are out there. The documentation is basically a write-up that covers everything that the language does. So every single thing that the language is capable of doing has been covered over here, and you can refer to it and check out things. If you get errors and stuff like that, you can just come back to the documentation and see where you went wrong. For example, if you're having a syntax error, most likely what you have written is not right. So if you look at the documentation, you know exactly how to write what you are trying to write. We even have a tutorial over here where you just maybe click on that and you have a full tutorial, topic by topic. They take you through using numbers, lists, strings, and a whole lot of that, using if statement, for statement. Don't worry, if you don't know what these are, we'll look at that very soon. But basically, it has the full documentation of every single thing that Python can do, from the initial point to the ending point. So you have this available to you, and you should actually make a really good use of it. Most people don't use the documentation, but the documentation has every single thing that you need. So you should probably learn how to use the documentation. Another resource that's available to all developers is Google search engine, google.com. You basically go there, any error that you get, anything that you have a problem with, you can basically just Google it. Chances are someone else had this problem and has already solved it. And mostly they don't keep it to themselves. If you find a solution, you try to put it out there. So mostly you end up getting the solutions to all your errors online. So learn how to use the Google search engine very well. It will be very helpful to every developer out there. Then there is also the YouTube. The YouTube could be considered as a search engine. You have videos explaining whatever you need to do. For example, this video is even on YouTube right now. So if you have any problem, you just need to go to YouTube, go to Google, or go to the Python documentation and make sure you get a solution to it. Now, before I end up this video, I'd like to recommend two books which I think are really good in terms of teaching you Python from the basics. First one is Python All-in-One for Dummies. This is the first edition. I think there is a second edition now, but this is the very first edition. It has 7 books. It will take you through the basics of Python, what Python is, the building blocks of Python, how to get Python installed on your PC, all of that. And then it will also take you through using Python to access the web, working with robots, starting artificial intelligence with Python, a whole lot. So it's a really good book, and I really like the For Dummies series. They are really doing a good job. So check out this book, Python All-in-One for Dummies. Another book that I'll try to recommend is Automate the Boring Stuff with Python, and this is a practical approach to learning Python. They take on projects and things like that, and they will teach you how to build the things. They will teach you the basics of Python through the building of these projects. So guys, these are some of the resources that are available to you: the Python documentation, Google search engine, youtube.com. There is also some books available to you. I'll recommend Python All-in-One for Dummies and Automate the Boring Stuff with Python. So guys, that's it for this video. I thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this video, you know what to do. If you have any problems, questions, additions, anything relating to this video, feel free to leave that in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video of this series.